Hello friends, this video on application of integrals part 3 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Before watching this video, please make sure that you have watched part 1 and part 2. The concept of area of a region bounded by a curve and a line. For example, I am told that I have this curve, my ellipse, then I have lines, x is equal to a, then I have x is equal to 0, and I have to find this area, the whole area. Then what we can do is, logically, we can integrate this guy from here to here, that is x is 0 to a, you get this area, right, to double it. Same thing, for example, in this case, I have this my curve, x square is equal to y, and I have to find the area bounded by this curve and y is equal to 4, this line. So what I can do is, I can, in this area, I can integrate from x is equal to, y is equal to 0 to y is equal to 4, because dy here, right, this area whatever I get, I can say into 2. Same thing here, or the same approach in this question. I know that for y is equal to 4, my x will be 2. So if I vary with respect to x, I know my x is varying from 0 to 2, right, x is varying from 0 to 2, and here y varies from 0 to 4. So I'm integrating from 0 to 4 dy, I'm integrating from 0 to 2 dx, right. So I can find the area. Also, if we have this case, we have to find the area of this circle, and y is equal to x line, and x is equal to, y is equal to 0 line. So you get this area. To get this area, what you can do is you can find this area first, area 1, and this guy is area 2. This guy is area 1, this triangle 1. So what I am doing here is, for this triangle, I know this line equation. I can find the area because my x is varying from 0 to, this point will be some value, I think. This is 4, right, x is 4 here, and then second I can do my x is varying from 4 to 4 root 2, correct. For this curve is what, x square plus y square is equal to a square. So similarly, what we do, the logic here is, you first draw the figure and then analyze what to do. There is no one rule that fits everything. For example, in this case, you know that what we can do is we can break into two parts, because there is no one continuous function that runs from here to here, right? There is two functions, one from here to here, one from here to here. You break into two parts. Finding area of this is very simple. You have this curve, because line is also, you can assume as curve, right? And then find area of this one, because here you can also say y dot dx, and y is x, right? This, you can say this is nothing but, I'll say you a1 plus a2, and this is nothing but y1 dx plus here y2 dx, and here y1 is varying from 0 to 4 if you see, and y2 is varying from, let's suppose, 4 to 4 root 2, correct. So this y1 is nothing but the line equation. So this becomes y is equal to x, so y will be x dot dx, right, 0 to 4. Here y2 is nothing but the equation of this circle. Circle here is x square plus y square is equal to 2 square. So my y will be nothing but 4 minus x square by root. So this becomes 4 minus x square root dot dx from 4 to 4. Why? Because here this curve is varying, right? I'm trying to find the equation of, or the area of, between this curve and these lines. Let's take one example. Here you have to find the area of the region bounded by the curve y square is equal to x, line x is equal to 1, line x is equal to 4, and the x-axis. That means we have, let's suppose, this my xy axis. I have my curve y square is equal to x, and then I have this line x is equal to 1. If I assume this guy is, let's suppose, 1, this guy is 2, this guy is 3, this guy is 4, 5. So here also I have one line here. X is equal to 4 is one line. So I have my two lines, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 4, and the x-axis. So if you see, there are two curves actually. So one curve is this curve, this guy. I'll draw like this. You put some stars here, right? This curve is one curve, and the other curve is this guy, this curve. But Generally, the question is in first quadrant. That's the question, in first quadrant, because it has to be defined actually. So in first quadrant, what is the area by this curve, that is y square is equal to x, this line x is equal to 1, this line x is equal to 4, right? And the x-axis also. If x-axis is not mentioned, for example in this case, and the first quadrant is not mentioned in this case, then we'll take the whole area. The area with this curve, these two lines will be the whole area, this area plus this area also. So the first critical part is understanding what area you have to take. So draw the figure, you draw the curve, you draw the lines, and then read the question properly. It says x-axis also, so you have to draw one x-axis also. Then you see that you're getting two different areas. Then the question says in the first quadrant, that means you are talking about this area. In the question, it was that it is y square is equal to x, x is equal to 1, x is equal to y, only these three were given. Then the curve which you get, for example, if you see, I'll draw this is my y square is equal to x, this is my curve, this x is equal to 1 and this x is equal to 2. This whole area I get if x-axis is not mentioned. The moment x-axis is mentioned, if you see, I get two areas, right, which is matching everything. Now I need one more condition. The condition now is in first quadrant, so I'm talking about this area in this question. But if these two were not there, then I was talking about the whole area. Similarly, for example, you have this curve, right, and then you say find the area between this curve and line x is equal to 4. Then you have to find all these areas. The moment you say x is equal to 4 and x is equal to 1, your area is limited now. And then you say x is equal to 0 also, then your area is further limited, this area only. And then you say first quadrant, you get this area. Correct. So the more lines you have, the lesser area you will get. That's the general tendency. So we'll try to solve this question. So first battle is won. We know what area to find. So in this case, let's try with x vary, because if you take y vary, life will be difficult for us, because in that case I have to take this area first. I'll have to draw a line somewhere here, take this area and this area. That will be complex. So let's take x vary first in this case. So if you say x vary, so you have this area will be y dot dx. If x is vary, y dot dx, and the x is varying from 0 to 4, no, 1 to 4. You see, from 1 to 4 my x is varying. So x is varying from 1 to 4. So y I have to write in terms of x, y square is equal to x, so y is equal to root x. This is nothing but 1 to 4 root x dx, and that is nothing but x to the power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 and 1 to 4. So this becomes, if you see, 2 by 3 common into 4 to the power 3 by 2 minus 1 to the power 3 by 2. That is 2 by 3 into 8 minus 1, and that is 14 by 3 units, and that is my answer. So what we have seen, this first thing was we drew this figure and found out what exactly area we have to calculate. We found that we are interested in this area. So I'll put the name here. Let's suppose this becomes PQRS. So I'm interested in PQRS area in this question. Let me repeat once again. If I have this, the question says y square is equal to x curve and line x is equal to 4 only, then I'm interested in the whole area. If my question says this, for example, this is for y square is equal to x and x is equal to 4, let's suppose. So this is big area. If my question says y square is equal to x, this curve, x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 4, then I'm interested in this big area. So my question is y square is equal to x, x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 4. I am interested in this whole area because I want that area that is surrounded by these lines. So this area is the only area which is common to all this guy, this guy, this guy and this guy. Correct? If I am saying now x is equal to x is also there, so I am taking this guy also. Now when I take this guy, this area is into two parts. and I'm also told first quadrant, so I'm taking this area in my case. So the more question you solve, the more you understand how to solve it, but just understand that 50% of the question is all about drawing the graph and understanding which area you have to calculate. Thank you. Visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thanks once again.